Ryan Garcia is a pretty boy. He's a pretty boy. But he's an animal. If you are, see, that's the thing. When you're a pretty boy like that, like Ryan Garcia, it's hard to gain the respect from a lot of guys. Because if you don't look the part, then you're soft, okay? Ryan Garcia is an animal. He is an animal. Let's get some stuff off the way. Iron Mike Tyson, he spoke about Muhammad Ali. He said Muhammad Ali didn't look like a fighter. I look like a fighter. Mike Tyson said fighters are ugly. Fighters are mean. Fighters are poor. I look like a fighter. He said Ali looked like a model. He said, but he was an animal. He said Muhammad Ali was in the bank. He said Muhammad Ali was more of an animal than me. He said that guy was crazy. Hit the Tyson bell. Muhammad Ali looked in the face of Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston had to cheat. He had to put blinding solution in his glove. Sonny Liston was the most feared man in the world, afraid of Ali. He looked pretty. He's an animal. Ali staring down George Foreman in a stare down. I'm going to kick your ass. He's an animal, bro. He looks pretty. He's an animal. I'm going to tell you who else. Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard. He looks pretty. He's an animal, man. Roberto Duran beat that man. Roberto Duran was mean as a snake. Man with the hands of stone. Sugar Ray Leonard emotionally fought him slugging. He didn't even box him. He slugged him. The guy's an animal. Sugar Ray Leonard knocked out the Motor City Cobra, Tommy Hearns. The guy's an animal, bro. He looks like a pretty boy. He's an animal. The first fight he ever had at middleweight was after being gone for like 3 years. Hit the Tyson bell. And he takes on marvelous Marvin Hagler. Sugar Ray Leonard is an animal. He looks like a pretty boy. He's an animal, bro. Oscar De La Hoya was an animal. The guy was an animal. A lot of people didn't like him. The Golden Boy. That guy fought everybody. Oscar De La Hoya fought everybody. He's an animal, bro. An animal. An animal. Sugar Ray Robinson killed a man. Jimmy Dore killed a man in a ring. Fought 3 times in February after losing to Jake LaMotta. He has a perm. Little pretty boy. The guy is an animal. Slugging with Jake LaMotta. Going out to the UK. Going up against Turpin. He's an animal. Looks like a pretty boy. The guy's an animal. I'm going to tell you who else. Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is an animal. He's an animal. He's a demon, bro. He's a demon. Hey, he's so cute. Red hair. My girlfriend likes him. He got freckles. That guy's an animal. On a super chat. They said Tyson versus I always forgot how to say his name. Itini was fixed too. But accidentally it was right hook was fake. That the right hook was fake. Happy New Year, War Room. Hit the like button. Hit the Tyson bell too. In the bank. We have to give our contemporary greats the benefit of time to properly examine their body of work. The criteria is of all time, not our time. We are way too impatient on this topic. 100%. 100. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Hit the Tyson bell. Canelo Alvarez is an animal. He's a roided animal. Tell me when he failed for roids, please. Tell me when he's used steroids ever. Tell me. Tell me when. If you're talking about computer raw, then you sound like an idiot. Canelo Alvarez, an animal. Pretty boy Floyd, an animal. Manny Pacquiao, an animal. When you look at, can Luke get a fair shot in Texas? Yes. If he wins, he wins. If he wins, I'm not on that. I'm not going to go in there and fold my arms. But it's 2021. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Listen, Ryan Garcia looks like a pretty boy. He's an animal. Listen to him talk. Listen to Ryan Garcia talk. Listen to him talk. Ryan Garcia is an impatient, aggressive, pissed off, high-wired, triggered animal. He's like, listen, y'all see the press conference? Y'all see the press conference? Yeah, Shakur Stevenson, Errol Spence. Y'all see the press conference? The last one. Ryan Garcia's like, y'all keep talking about how I can't go the distance. I didn't go the distance because they can't take my punches. If Luke Campbell can take my punches, then he'll go the distance. If he can't, he can't. Ryan Garcia is a high-wired, high-triggered animal. You see him in that stare down? He looked at him. His jaw was, look at his jaw, clenched. He looked at Luke Campbell, and he was like, I cannot wait to get in the ring. People talk about his social media. He's I call him a social media butterfly. But what you have to give him credit for is he blew up by doing skill challenges. That's how he blew up. He didn't just blow up showing his abs and puckering his lips in the bank. He blew up throwing his hands extremely fast, throwing punches extremely hard, doing amazing things with his skill. The guy's an animal. Then guess what? He's a boxing historian. So with that said, Ryan Garcia has an opportunity. Ryan Garcia has an opportunity to do something special.